I just heard this quote, and before I forget it, I just want to record it because it was pretty profound. So, sobriety is the strength of the soul. Let that marinate because it is deeply fucking profound. Okay, and so for the topic of this video, I would like to discuss what it truly means to be a quote-unquote spiritual gangster and the so-called chosen ones, because I feel as though many of these readers here on YouTube pretty much just decide that it's a cool title, so they're going to start calling themselves that, when in reality they actually have no idea what it means to be that. And so I have compiled some pretty good notes and pinpointed the traits of these types of souls. So the main thing is that to truly be a spiritual gangster or a chosen one, I'm going to use those two titles interchangeably because as far as I believe, they are one and the same, and they are equally misused, as is divine feminine and divine masculine, but that's a whole nother fucking story in itself. So anywho, but actually briefly, just to cover that, every fucking buddy is karmic at some point in their fucking lives. So all of you people who assume that you're not karmic and you've never been karmic and you're a divine feminine, like, you're foolish, and honestly you are stupid, because what the fuck a divine being is somebody who has evolved from being karmic. That is literally the life journey we are all here on earth doing. Like, we're here to evolve spiritually. We all start off karmic, unawakened and unaware. So just want to throw that out there as well, because there are plenty of readers here who seem to think that their shit don't stink, if you catch my drift. Anyways, to get on to the subject of which I actually want to discuss. A spiritual gangster, one of the key components that makes up this type of person is that they have a feisty side, okay? And this is the side that they show to people who have, fucked them over or who have fucked other people over. That being said, a true spiritual gangster and a true chosen one is never going to sit idly and watch somebody, be fucked with. Like, we are, and I say we because I absolutely am a spiritual gangster. I am one of these quote-unquote chosen, and I have been my whole life, and it's not up for debate. So keep your opinions to yourself as far as wanting to tell me whether I am or not, because it's literally irrelevant to the facts that I am. Not to be a bitch or anything, but I am sure of who I am, so I don't need anybody to try to tell me otherwise. But yeah, so we ain't finna sit around and watch somebody get bullied. We will absolutely be right there and we will defend them. And this is most certainly true in my case. This is something I've always done, like, before I even knew anything about shit. Like, I mean, like, grade school onward, like, fighting in defense of other people, even my own family. Like, I'll check a motherfucker, like, real quick if they think it's funny to, like, make fun of stuff. Like, I have no tolerance for making fun of people. Okay, it is one thing to, throw shade where threaded, like, okay, so, like, in the last video I made where this disgusting pig of a person who is a racist, literal piece of shit is attacking me and saying just the most ignorant things I've ever heard, that is the only reason that I would go lowballing and say things about, you know, the fact that they look like they probably smell and shit. You know what I mean? But like, typically, yeah, I don't make fun of people, and I do not think that it is cool, like the typical cool person when they're sitting around, you know, making fun of somebody else. I am the person who is going to speak up and tell them to shut the fuck up, and that they are assholes and that they look stupid, and make them feel stupid. And these people don't like me, and these people are typically the so-called popular kids. Those people, yeah, that is actually the majority of these fake ass spiritual gangsters and chosen here on YouTube. They are more or less the cliquey popular kids, and they like to claim that they're the black sheep, which it really doesn't make a whole lot of fucking sense if you think about it, being that the black sheep is the outcast, you know, rejected. Hello, hi, that's me. It's certainly not somebody sitting on 10K fucking, you know, just blowing smoke out of their ass for views. So just, you know, another thing to throw out there. But I'm gonna try real hard to not talk shit. Talking shit when shit is absolutely fucking factual is different than making fun of somebody, okay? And to retaliate and, you know, meet fire with fire when somebody has been talking shit to you in regards to making fun of you, I deem it morally okay to hit them back with, you know, maybe you have a few things that you're insecure about that I could throw in your face real quick so that you fucking feel how it feels to be made fun of. That's always been my thing, is I match energies. People like to get on my ass about, you know, being this, that, or the other, when that's your fucking problem. I never claimed to be any of these things. What you decided I was in your mind is your problem. I said I was a witch. I never said a good witch. I never said a bad witch. I never said a white witch. I never said a witch. I said I was a fucking witch, okay? And the reason I wholeheartedly claim and resonate with that title is because a witch is somebody who does what the fuck they want, okay? They are true to their soul. They are true to humanity. They stand up for other people. They have morals. They live by them. They fucking check motherfuckers who seem to be immoral. They give a fuck what people think about it. Like, in regards to all of this bullshit going on, as far as my own personal experiences with YouTube, Jesus Christ, I mean, like, fucking A. One thing after the other with this YouTube shit, and all I've ever been doing is trying to be supportive. That's the main reason that I've gone into all of these situations, is me being supportive of people, which is like really fucking pretty, you know, like what the fuck. But so what was really going on was that so when the shit first hit the fan, like I'm talking last year, August, when the whole wifey thing happened, okay? And at that point in time, Magdalene and I had a feud that was based on misunderstanding and, you know, clout and fucking just, you know, just misunderstanding more than anything. And it was fueled and fan-fired and blew. But at that point, I was, in fact, you know, incredibly, like, victimized by all of these people and hexed and just all this shit, okay? But fast forward, okay? I wrongly blamed Magdalene for the attacks that were going on within the last few months on my son and myself. And I did not realize that the person who was responsible for these attacks was yet again another person that I was bending over fucking backwards for. And just because I refuse to give this fucking racist piece of shit any more clout, I'm not going to name drop her, but you can figure it out if you follow anything that I have posted. This person was astral projecting into my dreams from the very first comment that I left on their channel, mind you, to the point where I woke up so disoriented and kind of like, you know, fucking like, what the fuck? To where I actually went and commented, yo, dude, like, this is really weird. Like, I swear to God, tell me why I just woke up from a nap and like, I really thought you were here, like kicking it with me, like in my house with me and my son. Like, it took me a minute, you know, to shake it off after I woke up even. And, you know, she was just like, oh, haha, yeah, well, you know, we're kicking it in the 5D, yada, yada. I really did not fucking put two and two together, and looking back on it, it was red flag, motherfucker, like, hello. But yeah, so this person is doing this to people. The very first comment left on her channel, okay? So that is very dangerous, first of all, because it is incredibly, one, invasive to astral project on people and spiritually spy on them. But not only that, what she was doing was seeing how powerful I was, how intuitive I was, how you know, spiritually connected I was, what my destiny was. And this person is a huge fucking undercover racist, okay? And to specifically white people, because this ignorant person seems to think that there are only two fucking races in the world, black and white. That is how ignorant this person is, okay? That's what drives me real wild, by the way. This whole racism thing, like, first of all, you bitches, you are absolutely able to be called and to be racist, even being black. Oh, I know, right? I have the balls to say that to you because I'm not racist, and I'll be damned if you're gonna fucking sit here and drop that disgusting word that you did so fucking carelessly, because clearly it's in your vocabulary, and it's not in mine because it is disgusting. Aside from the fact that it is like, it is just disgusting. Like, I don't I don't know what else to call it. But not only did you make yourselves look completely fucking ignorant, but you made yourselves look racist as fuck. And you really ignorantly thought that because you are black, nobody can call you racist. So hate to break it to you bitches, but you're fucking racist and you're fucking ignorant, because there are literally, like, I don't know how fucking many different colors and races and nationalities. For you to assume that to be racist is only to be against black people proves that you're fucking racist. Okay, do you understand that? I know you like to pretend you're super intelligent, so here, let me give you a minute to put that together so you can understand how fucking ignorant you sound. Like, it is racist for you to assume that you can't be racist because you are black, okay? And I am about sick and tired of the majority of the people who seem to be, like, really trying to keep racism going. I hate to break it to you, but to my knowledge, the majority of them thus far have been black people. It is something that y'all refuse to drop and are actually, like, pushing for it to be continued and to divide communities and to segregate and to keep certain people out, like it's only for black people. And I find it disgusting, and I find it, you know, incredibly pussy that nobody has addressed it or has a ball to, for fear of being labeled a fucking racist. Well, guess what? I've already been labeled a racist falsely as fuck 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, damn, I don't know how many times now here on YouTube, by people who, for one, are lying, but two, trying to fucking keep racism alive. It's point blank period, and it's disgusting. And you bitches needed checked 1, 2, 3 times on that, because yeah, I'm not a pussy, and I will absolutely put you in your goddamn place. You are racist as fuck, okay? And don't ever say another word to me, especially with some foul ass motherfucking words like those that you were using, okay? Because I don't speak like that. In fact, I have actually decided, out of respect, I am no longer even going to use the word nigga like I have my whole life casually, because for one, I do understand how some people could take it disrespectfully. But for two, the reason my whole life I have actually been in multiple fistfights to fight for my right to fucking say this word is because I say it like everybody else, and I don't say it derogatory, and I am not racist. So I have fought for my right to say it, but at this point I have, grown up enough that I no longer need to do that, and out of respect I have decided to eliminate it from my vocabulary. And not at all because of you bitches here lying, trying to say that I am racist, but out of respect for African Americans. So fuck you bitches, okay? You are racist pieces of shit, and you are ignorant trash trying to pull that fucking stunt, okay? Just disgusting. But anyways, so back to the subject at hand here. Spiritual gangsters are people who fucking stand up for people, okay? You're not the people who click up and you can't sit with us type shit, okay? You're the people who fucking go out of your way to make the kid who is left out feel included. The kid in class who is so fucking shy and everybody just ignores. You go up to that person and you ask them if they want to go to lunch with you. That's a fucking spiritual gangster, okay? Not somebody who sits around with their fucking money bags and their fucking better than everybody attitude and looking down on everybody. Like, I don't know how the fuck these terms got, so misconstrued, but that is exactly why I am making this video, is to put it in check as to what it is and what it is not, okay? Alright, so I apologize for my attitude and aggression for that last bit of this message. If you can't tell, the subject has really fucking been bothering me, especially because it seems to just escalate, and literally it is only for fear of being labeled racist that nobody speaks up on it. So as a spiritual fucking gangster, that is exactly why I spoke up on it. But moving on, spiritual gangsters are typically, into spirituality their entire lives. It is not something that they just, pick up late in life and decide is cool and looks cool. It is something that they are naturally, instinctually drawn to and into their whole lives before they even know what the fuck spirituality is, okay? And our purposes are usually, to cleanse heavy family karma. We are the generational curse breakers, which is why we are the black sheep of the family, because we are higher vibrational souls than most of our family, and therefore we have nothing in common, and they typically don't understand us. They think we are fucking weird. So there's a lot of turmoil within the family, and that is what creates us to ultimately, isolate ourselves, beginning the true process of ascension and healing and awakening. Up until that point where you break away, you are under, an illusion, and you basically are blind to all of these people who you're surrounded by, the fact that they are all fucking sheep. And everything that you have been taught is more or less a lie, and that whole rabbit hole that we all experience. So as the black sheep of the family, it is usually our job to, we break that curse. So a generational curse can look like, infidelity generation after generation. Addictions is a huge one. And I hate to break it to you, most of the black sheep and the spiritual gangsters and chosen, yada whatever, we almost all have suffered through some form of addiction in our lives. And that is simply because we are constantly looking for something more to life. And the fact that we see through things and our eyes are spiritually open, and it's a very heavy weight to carry alone, especially, and that leads a lot of us into addiction. The majority of true spiritual gangsters, though, overcome that addiction, and that is why I threw in at the very beginning of this, simply because I had literally just heard it and it just, struck a chord with me. And that was that sobriety is the strength of the soul. For real though. The people who you see like spun out on the fucking streets, like nodding out and shit, those are people who had zero connection to spirit. So when they started doing drugs, they were easily overtaken. Just a intimate thing of my own personal struggles here. I have been, like, especially in high school, I was like trying to overdose damn near on pretty much anything I could find. I mean, I was doing oxys, I was snorting heroin, I was fucking drinking endlessly, I was fucking Special K, fucking coke, fucking, the night before I got locked up, I can't remember if it was the first or the second time, but I even smoked crack, okay? Like, I was just like balls to the wall, anything and all. And I could never get what everybody else, was getting. Like, these people are like fucking ODing and shit, and I'm like, I can't ever get to that level, and that's because I am too fucking woke. I'm too spiritually connected to ever lose consciousness. And this was proven to me, actually. This is something that is, pretty intimate and personal here, but for the sake of education and, the truth of what it means to be this type of person. When I first made it back to California with my son and my cat, Sage, R.I.P. But I got roofied. Yeah, I got roofied, and it was pretty fucked up, but it was also pretty, amazing, because I never fell out. Like, the entire fucking time I was able to hold on to my consciousness, and I actually remember, like, literally, like, it was like a battle of spirit and spirit, and I was fighting for my, consciousness, and I never fell out, and it's simply amazing. It's actually a huge turning point in shit in my life, and this was actually only 3 years ago, maybe. But yeah, so I am so fucking spiritually connected that I was roofied and still remained conscious. Like, that's pretty fucking crazy, okay? And thank God, because the person who roofied me had a very sinister plan for me, okay? Which ultimately, what I ended up doing was being his fucking karma. I put this pig on blast. I fucking got him exposed. I fucking put a spell on him. I corrected and served his karma. And that is what I ultimately do in many people's lives. And so I've even jokingly called myself the Karma Crusader, because I unintentionally always find myself in people's lives who are fucked up people and who are evading karma, and then they meet me. So anyways, yeah. So we almost all struggle with a form of addiction at some point. And the true black sheep, the true chosen, the true spiritual gangsters, we overcome that shit, and it makes us fucking stronger. So when people want to sit here and call me this, call me that, say whatever they can to try to hurt me, although at one point it did sting a little, it's just literally like, I don't give a fuck. You have no idea what I have overcome and what I have been through. And if you did, you would respect me. You wouldn't talk shit. So we are the generational curse breakers, okay? Black sheep, truly outcast from our own families by choice, typically, okay? Although at first the initial break may seem more like, abandonment, but we choose to break away for our soul's peace, really. And the more we are away, the more the illusion is broken and the more we see things for what they really are. Actually, if not for having gotten away from my family, I cannot say that I would not have, just done what they told me to do, and my son would probably be fully vaccinated and, have a buttload of fucking health complications. But because I was abandoned and outcast and isolated and broke away and stayed that way, I researched for myself and decided that I was totally against it and that it made no sense to me. And to this day, I have never so much as had to deal with a cold, a cough, a runny nose, a cold of any kind. My son has never been fucking sick, okay? So that is proof that vaccines are creating illness. And I don't give a fuck what anybody says because I have proof. My son is the proof. He's never had an earache. He's never been to a doctor, and he has never so much as had a sniffle, okay? Chosen as fuck. and totally criticized and all of this shit by people. The majority of the people who argue this point, mind you, are ignorant and guilty. And because they have poisoned their children, they don't want to even consider that that's the truth, and therefore they fight for the fact that, maybe their child didn't end up with an autoimmune disorder, so they think that it's the right path, when in reality they were just very fucking lucky, okay? But that's just another very unpopular opinion about me. I'm literally probably the most unpopular person, and I have been my entire life. I have always been very well known and very, everybody knows who I am, but it's because everybody talks shit and hates me. And that is because I am probably one of the only people who are blatantly honest and brute and fucking real. And at the same time, I'm one of the most genuine and giving and compassionate and understanding people and forgiving. So it's get in where you fit in, you feel me? If you are not on my team, which my team usually consists of me, so I'm used to it, but you're not affecting me. I am here for the one or two people who are going to actually listen to what I'm saying, not sit there and listen because they hate me and want to judge me and all this shit that is literally you're wasting your life doing that. Go do something productive. Anyways, though, so we are typically completely judged and misunderstood off top, okay? We forge our own unique path. We are so not fucking sheep. We are not part of the herd. We are fucking unique unicorns over here, okay? Fucking frolicking through the fucking field rather than walking down that fucking beaten path where everybody else is. Fuck that shit, okay? Wherever everybody else is, you can catch us going the fucking other way. That's the true fucking spiritual gangsters. So peep game, and also, Spiritual Gangster, by the way, is a yoga clothing brand, and I discovered it when I used to karma yogi, which was I would work for free basically one day a week at the front desk of my studio in exchange for my membership. And If anybody has done yoga these days, it is such a fucking overpriced fad that it is expensive as hell. And being a young, you know, living on my own, like I was working like 2 jobs, like there I couldn't afford, you know, $300 a month for my yoga. So I was a karma yogi. And that is where I discovered spiritual gangster. So the people who, you know, just think it sounds cool and all of a sudden they're spiritual gangsters, like, you're uneducated and you're swine, okay? Whatever though. Gangsta. These people, actually, I just find it hilarious, actually, how ignorant the majority of people are. But, we most certainly go through spiritual awakenings, obviously. I am honestly on about my fifth actual spiritual awakening in this lifetime alone. We are hardcore defenders of the truth. We see the truth, we speak the truth, we only accept the truth, and we are very protective of others. We will fucking absolutely put our life on the line, and for a complete stranger, and without hesitation. We see the deeper meanings to everything. We see the connection in everything. We look for like the why, the lesson. There's nothing that is for naught. Like, there is literally connection and meaning behind every fucking thing that happens in this world, okay? Nothing happens for no fucking reason. We see what can't be seen with the naked eye, which is why often we get called crazy or, you know, crackheads or whatever. And that's just because we are actually fucking psychic and spiritual, unlike these clowns who are claiming to be. Yeah, they can't see what we can see because they're frauds. We have many fucking spiritual tests that we are given in this lifetime, and every time we level up and pass these tests, it helps to break the generational karma debt, and we level up. It helps to develop our empathy. It ultimately grows us when our hearts and our spirits are broken, soul shattered, because we piece ourselves back together, and we piece ourselves back together on our own. We heal ourselves, and therefore we can heal other people. You don't heal by staying a victim and living in the past and replaying your story. You heal by learning the fucking lessons from what broke you in the first place, okay? And the majority of us have had very high levels of awareness since children. We are typically deemed old souls, like the adults. We would always feel more comfortable at the adult table than, say, the kids table. Like, kids to us, they were like kids, you know, like... We're typically naturally courageous. We defeat fear. We look at fear and make it our bitch. We are aware of our divine connection, and we have a very deep inner knowing. And we feel like compelled to protect others who are, you know, weaker, or who don't have, you know, I hate to say balls because I don't mean it disrespectfully, but they don't have the courage to, you know, stick up for themselves. Like, I'm talking about like somebody being bullied and you know, just holding their head down and kind of just, you know, like the person who is bullying a person like that, bitch, I'm gonna kick your fucking ass. I'm sorry, but I'm not, because that is just, I won't tolerate it. We stand up to dangerous people. We give a fuck about how it's gonna look or what people will think if we do this. Like, we do what's right, and we do what's right without fucking hesitation. So, a lot of people are probably like, you know, really tripping over the fact that I have retracted my, you know, blasphemous bullshit that I was saying about Magdalene's Craft, and I have replaced it with a heartfelt apology and done everything in my power to correct my wrongs. And that is because I am a true fucking spiritual gangster, and I realized that I was wrong. Had she put curses on me and this and the other? Yes, but the reason for this most recent one was because I was falsely accusing her of something. So in retrospect, I mean, she had every right to defend herself. And I am not a prideful person. I will fucking be the first to humble myself, and I will absolutely apologize when I am wrong. And I give no fuck what any of you think about it, because I know that as far as the universe is concerned, shit is corrected, and her and I are neutral now. And so I've actually switched teams. I am a supporter. I subscribe to her channel, and rather than, you know, low-key hating, which in reality was just me being an unaware supporter all along, I am now somebody who likes her videos, and I do recommend her, and I was wrong, and I will tell you that, and I will fucking man up and admit my mistake, because it's the right thing to do, because I am a true spiritual fucking gangster. See, most people will fuck you over, and then because they fucked you over, they won't ever talk to you again, because they're too fucking prideful to let you apologize for them fucking you over. Just like, ugh, okay? You know those kind of people. But anywho, we spiritual gangsters, we see the bigger fucking picture. We have incredible amounts of willpower and inner strength. We have relentless determination. We don't fucking give up. You may think that you have killed us 10 times, but bitch, we come back for that 11th, and we come back and we win, okay? And winning to us is everybody is winning. We are not fucking selfish and all me, mine type people. Like literally, if I'm fucking eating, everybody's fucking eating, okay? There will not be a single person who is hungry. That is how I fucking roll. A lot of people look up to us, but they're pussies and they don't want to be, you know, outcast, so they silently lurk and don't support but watch. And I don't respect people like that, and I certainly don't respect people who are fake as fucking over here ass kissing everybody. Like, get off it of their dick, like, okay? Ugh. But we also have a very loving and gentle and sweet side that we show to those that we trust and that we care about and that we love, or, you know, strangers, or like, you get that feisty, aggressive side pretty much if you're a fucked up person, and we give no fucks what you think about it. You can call us bullies, you can do what the fuck ever. You're judging me because if you knew who I really was, I am the furthest thing from a bully. I am actually the bully's bully. But whatever. We are humble. Truly humble means that you are able to admit when you are fucking wrong, okay? And you can apologize when you are fucking wrong. And you will always do what is right, regardless of what is liked, okay? Like, that is huge. We are understanding of everyone and everything. We are connected to the truth in every situation. Our intuition is highly fucking accurate and hardly ever wrong, okay? We are very strongly connected to the divine. We are basically bullshit detectors, and we are born. We are not made. So you do not just become a spiritual gangster later in life. It is something that you are fucking born innate to do and are, and you walk that path your whole life, okay? So if you're just tuning in now and all of a sudden you think you're a spiritual gangster because you got a pack of tarot cards, you're a phony, okay? Especially if you're one of the clicked up ones who's making fun of people. Furthest thing from what the fuck the words mean, okay? Ugh. We are called to fight ignorance and darkness, and we are a rock for ourselves and for other people. We will always stand for what is right, and we protect the truth at all costs. That is, in a nutshell, the actual factual fucking definition of a spiritual gangster, of a chosen one, of a fucking, divine being. So hopefully this peep game to some people as to what the fuck it really means, and so some people realize that they are absolutely not, but I mean they still will be, because, and that's the other thing, okay, primarily what people are doing over here on YouTube is projecting. So all of the shit that they're talking shit about, you can go ahead and pretty much assume that that person is all of that shit that they're talking shit about, okay, because that's why they're resonating with it, to deliver it in the first place. Then there are gifted readers who can tune in to that frequency to deliver a message, but they're not vibrating at that frequency. When somebody's message is constantly about karmics and black magic and, the haters and the fucking jealous and all of this fucking low vibrational shit, that is because that person is that person. Point blank, period, dot. Okay? Peep game, y'all. That is literally what I decided my position here on YouTube is. First of all, I ain't never fucking said I was finna be no tarot reader. I'm not a tarot reader. I'm a witch. I'm a healer. I'm a spiritual fucking gangster. Tarot is just a side piece of my spirituality, okay? It is fucking not even almost the whole of it. It is something that I utilize as a tool, like a cup to drink water, like, bitch. So there was never even competition, and these hoes still felt the need to try to sabotage me. But guess what? 10 toes. That's my MO. Alright, so spiritual gangster out.